It's a Minimalist Monday edition of Optimal Living Daily, episode 2117, Why You Should Give Away 50% of Your Stuff, by Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com. And I'm Justin Malik, your personal narrator, reading to you with permission from the authors. I cover lots of topics like personal development or self-help, mindfulness, happiness, minimalism like today, anything that I think can help you live a more meaningful life in just a few minutes every single day. Now with that, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. Why You Should Give Away 50% of Your Stuff, by Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com. It took me about a year to give away and sell 50% of my stuff. That first big give gave me the courage, confidence, and desire to let go of even more, way more. It wasn't always easy, but absolutely worth the effort. If you want to experience all the benefits of a clutter-free life, 50% is a great place to start. It sounds extreme, but once you start moving from room to room and removing the things that don't matter and that you don't care about, you'll reach the halfway point sooner than you think. You can probably do an initial sweep and box up 10 to 15% of your stuff and not even notice it's missing. The next round might be a little tougher, but the lightness you feel from the first pass will motivate you to keep going. Banish your biggest fears about giving away 50%. I'm afraid I won't know what to give away or where to start. You won't know until you start, so just start. Walk through your home with a small box and fill it with meaningless objects that you are tired of dusting. Give the box away. Repeat. I'm afraid I will buy everything back. When you're faced with empty shelves and rooms, you might be afraid that you'll want to fill the space up again. It's okay to feel that, but instead of giving in, sit with the empty space. Think about how you would rather spend your money and time. Let the empty space give you permission to decide what you really want out of life. It probably isn't more stuff. I'm afraid of hurting someone's feelings. Giving away things that were important to other people might be hurtful. Have meaningful conversations about why you want to declutter. Offer to return things if that is appropriate. Be kind and gentle, but firm in your commitment to live with less. People love you for you. If they love you for what you keep or don't keep, rethink the relationship. I'm afraid I might forget the past. Your stuff tells a story, and letting it go might feel a little bit like letting go of who you are. Write your story or photograph your stuff that makes up that story before you give it away. Holding on to it prevents you from living and writing new stories. You are not your stuff. I'm afraid I might need something just in case. Box up your most important just in case items and put them in an unmarked box for 30 days. If you don't need it, and especially if you don't remember what it is, give it away without looking in the box. You need less than you think. I'm afraid that I'll realize how much time and money I've wasted. If this is your fear, you've already realized it and faced it. Don't waste one more second or dollar on stuff that you don't care about. If you don't give it away now, you will continue to spend time and money on things only because you feel bad about buying it in the first place. Stop it. I'm afraid that giving it away before it is used up is environmentally irresponsible. Chances are there is more life to your stuff, and it is just as likely that someone else needs it more than you do. You don't have to throw your stuff in a landfill. Instead, research organizations that will get your stuff in the right hands. I'm afraid people will judge me or think I am weird. What someone else thinks about you is not who you are. Surround yourself with people who support you and lift you up. People will think you are weird. That's okay. 50% of your stuff is less than you think. You can get there without counting too. Take a picture of all the rooms in your home. Don't forget the storage spaces. After a few rounds of decluttering, take new pictures and compare. Once 50% is gone, you'll have more information to decide if life is better. If it is, try another 50%. Why you should give away 50% of your stuff? Give away 50% of your stuff and give the most important things a chance to rise to the surface. Give away 50% of your stuff and discover mental clarity to choose how you really want to live your life. Give away 50% of your stuff so you can live in a smaller space. Give away 50% of your stuff so you discover that you are not your stuff. and give away 50% of your stuff because it will never love you back. The real eye-opener for me was when I couldn't remember most of the things I gave away. I've never searched for something that I didn't keep or felt like I made a mistake giving things away. I've learned that living with less is a blessing and not a sacrifice. You just listened to the post titled, Why You Should Give Away 50% of Your Stuff by Courtney Carver of BeMoreWithLess.com. And for me, optimal living starts with optimal daily nutrition because the healthier I am, the better my brain and body operate. That's why I recommend Memory's whole food powders. It is by far the easiest and most delicious way for me to fill gaps in my diet and with whole food ingredients that my brain loves and my body can actually absorb. I'm talking blueberries, leafy greens, flaxseed, turmeric, and a host of others. Best part is how easy it is to incorporate into my daily routine. I didn't have time this morning for a smoothie, so I simply added 2 scoops of their delicious base flavor to 8 ounces of cold water and was out the door. In under 2 minutes, I got over a full serving of leafy greens, 10 grams of plant-based protein, and 6 grams of fiber to fuel my day, and without any added sugars, sweeteners, or highly processed extras. It's also a great source of antioxidants, vitamins A and K, magnesium, and plant-based omega-3s. So if you're looking for a better way to improve cognition, support your gut health, add more greens to your diet, or simply looking for a cleaner source of protein to fuel your workouts, I highly recommend you try Memory. Our listeners will receive 30% off at checkout by going to yourmemory.com/old. That's yourmemore.com/OLD for 30% at checkout. And thank you to Courtney. I've been narrating her work since April of 2016, pretty close to the beginning of this podcast, almost 6 years ago. And like she said, 50% can definitely sound like a lot of stuff to get rid of. But if you actually go through your home and look at everything there, starting with one room for sanity's sake, I'd really be shocked if you actually used more than 50% of the stuff in that area on a regular basis, unless you just moved like me. Although even then, there were things I brought over that went straight to the closet and that I know I haven't touched in years. So it might sound like a lot, but odds are it really isn't that crazy. I think the bigger issue is that if it sounds like a ton or like a huge amount of work, then we're likely not going to begin. It's just too daunting. That's why we've heard a bunch of different methods across many different minimalism articles on this show. So as an example, the minimalists have a couple of ideas. One is a packing party where you literally box up everything you own and then slowly unbox stuff only as you need it. So that like a year down the road, you can see what you actually use. Everything left in the boxes is unlikely to be used since you went through every season of the year and still haven't touched that stuff. It's another extreme example, as it isn't easy to box up everything you own. But another example is the minimalism game, where you simply donate, sell, or trash one item on the first of the month, 2 items on the second day of the month, and so on for the entire month. Maybe that's more inspiring and motivating for you. Whatever the case, I really do believe that less stuff is less stress. So think about your space, and if it's working for you, thank you for being here. Really means a lot. I'll be curating articles for you again here tomorrow, so have a great rest of your day and start to your week. And I'll see you in the Tuesday show, where your optimal life awaits.